Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We got some extra scrap pieces from various other projects I've done before, just extra laying around. These ones are all 2-inch pieces and these are all 1.5 inch. Some pine, some cedar here. That's okay. We're gonna use what we got on hand. We're gonna try to make like an elevated platform bed for our cats. I have some felt inside I'm gonna use, also just laying around, extra piece. I'm gonna start by building the frame out of these wider pieces. I'll probably double the frame up so it'll be 2 pieces wide. I'm gonna make it about 16 inches by about 22 inches. Uh, things like this online go about $20 or so. So not a really expensive item, but still gonna save ourselves at least a few dollars by doing it ourselves. And sand these down and get them stained or something at the end, try to make it look nice. So yeah, I'll go ahead and start by cutting a couple 16-inch pieces and 22-inch pieces, frame those together, and then cut a couple pieces longer to double the frame. All right, so we got those 16-inch pieces, 22-inch pieces, just butt jointed together. Put a little glue and a couple brads to hold it together. Now we're gonna measure along here. We've got about 17 1/16. So we'll make 2 that length so that our outside butt joint is now covering this. And then we'll, once we have these 2 end pieces on, we'll measure this whole length and have another piece that comes over that butt piece as well. Glue all that in really strong and maybe even put screws. So that should be pretty solid. I know there's a lot of noise behind me, sorry about that. But I'll come back and show you after I get the 2 short ends on. We'll measure out the long ends, get those together. Maybe go ahead and sand that frame up a little bit. I haven't decided yet if I'm putting the felt on, like just stapling it straight to the frame, or if I'm going to try to use like Velcro or something like that to make it a little bit more easily removable. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, coming along. All right, see how I overlap the way the butt joint is going so that the next butt joint goes here. There's plenty of glue between these boards, and we'll do the same thing on this. Cut is a little bit off, but not a big deal. Measured down here, and got 23 1/16. So get 2 of those cut, and that'll be our. Throw a couple screws into the corners just to help secure it, but should be pretty good like this, I think. All right, we got our long pieces cut. Did also go ahead and cut 4 7-inch pieces for our legs. We'll get those in a minute. I didn't realize this one was actually a little bit thinner rip, but that's okay. We'll just do it like that, and you won't even be able to tell that there's a gap at the bottom that looks like that, unless you look at it from the side. But it can almost be considered part of the style or something, I don't know. But we did end up with a little gap right there. I'm cutting that a little bit off. So yeah, we'll try to do a little something to get those closer together. Maybe, well, actually, if you put it there, I can probably just use a screw to pull that in so that from the top and side it'll look good. It'll definitely still be strong enough, and we were thinking about putting at least 1 or 2 screws in the corners anyway, so we're good there. So we'll do that like that, and then basically leg like that. We'll sand it down, stain it, and while that's staining, drying the stain, we'll figure out how we're going to put the felt on it. So I got this corner fully assembled. I'll get the other 3 done. Just wanted to show you. Ended up putting 1 screw in here, 1 here that goes all the way into there, 1 through here, and 1 through here. So that board has 3 screws in it. It shouldn't go anywhere. And there's 1 here holding the corner together. So you can see that pulled in pretty good. There's a little bit of a gap there, but oh well. It'll be okay. So I'll get the rest of it done, sand it down, some stain on it, and we'll cut the piece of fabric and either just staple it straight on or Velcro it on. I'll show you that. All right, we've got our frame all together. Looking pretty decent. Stained a little bit. This is the piece of felt I'm going to use. Really nice and soft. I know it's going to be a challenge to keep clean from cat hair, but maybe we'll put a small sheet, or maybe we just lay a pillowcase over it, something, I'm not sure. We'll or just vacuum it every week. But I'm going to, this piece is actually big enough to fold over, so I'm gonna put it on there doubled up. I'm gonna start on this side and start in the middle. The side I have folded, I'm gonna line it up there, staple it on, go around and get it all fitted to how we want, and get it stapled down, and then trim off any excess from the edges in front. And then the other idea I had was to maybe take pieces and make a frame around the edge on top like that. So I think I might do that at the very end to hold that on, help hold it on, and it looks nice, I think. But yeah, I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, so I got the felt stapled down all the way around, measured and cut this frame, just dry fitting it. Looks pretty good to me. So I'll get these sanded down, stained, and then I'll attach them, and then we're done. So I'll show you the finished product after this. So there's our finished product. Had Dom checking it out for just a second there. He seemed to like it. Looks pretty decent. My wife likes it. She is happy with it. So got us a new cat bed for scraps. I don't know. I don't remember exactly how much that felt cost. Maybe it's probably at least a few dollars worth of felt there. Let's say it's $5 worth of felt. This is probably less than one board I ended up using here if we just started with the whole board instead of scraps. So we're gonna call this whole project like maybe $10, $11. I think that's on the high end. I don't think that's those $5 worth of material here. Probably like $2 or $3, but still. Point being, we made us a nice little cat bed. I'm happy with it. Cat seemed happy with it for a minute there. It'll probably come back to it later. So I hope you liked it. If you did, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. If you want to help the channel, share, or consider donating on my GoFundMe. Thanks.